Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Niket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's Jainen?
Let me check. Wait.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Both are in, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. We'll start with our today's session. Today we have an important session, that is working with databases in Python, like working with MySQL in Python. You have to be you'll find it bit difficult, but I'll try my best to cover up this topic. Okay.
Okay.
Niket and Jinal. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, to work with Python, working with databases in Python, you require kind of an RDBMS, that is Relational Database Management System. It's nothing but a simple software used to store, manipulate, retrieve data from a particular database. Getting it? So like think about a database, like you think about it's your college bag. You have multiple things inside that, right? Books and everything. So database is something where you can say it's a collection of tables. It's a collection of tables. When I say tables, tables means what? Any form data stored in an
Yeah.
sorry sorry when you say tables, tables means what? The data stored in a tabular format, like rows and columns. Okay, you think about Excel. You work on Excel, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so in that case, what is happening? You have rows and columns, and in that rows and columns, you try to store your data. Like for example, name, roll number, fees, date of birth, right? Same way in MySQL also, or you can say in any RDBMS software, when you create a database, database is comprised, or you can say it's a collection of various tables. Tables are what are tables basically? Which hold actual data. Like think about, I create a table for students. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to store values inside the students table, which is again stored inside a particular database. Okay, so right now what I'll be showing is for this practical, we require some plugins, as well as we require this MySQL software installed on your PC. Unless and until this particular software is there, you cannot perform these operations, or you can say you cannot perform this practical. So for that purpose, right now I have installed MySQL on my machine already, but I'll be giving you the steps. Like for example, I'll be showing you the steps how to go ahead with the installation. Okay, and once you complete that installation, I'll be showing you some work environment, how you work with MySQL. And once that is completed, then we'll go ahead with how to connect Python with MySQL. So this session will be segregated into 2 or 3 sessions. This whole topic is segregated into 3 things. As you are not aware of MySQL, so I need to give a bit of MySQL before going ahead with this topic. Okay, I'll give you information related to MySQL.
Okay.
Okay, first thing, as I told you, what is a MySQL? It's a kind of a software. It's a software used to store data. Is used to store data, but data in what format? In a tabular format, that is into rows and columns. Okay, so first of all, you need to get this software. Okay, here you can see I'll be sharing you this link. Okay, where they have mentioned all the steps, as well as you can go to this particular official site and you can download the installer. Okay, the exe file. Getting it?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I suppose I've shared my screen. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, right now you can see the screen. Jinal,
Yes, sir.
you're there, na?
Yeah, I'm just, I forgot to unmute.
Okay. So here you can see there is this there are few steps here. You can see this. We need to just go with this installation part. You can see this installation of MySQL. So you can go to this official site. You can download. You have to download this MySQL Essential, or you can say, like, recently I have just downloaded this. I will help you. I'll show you. Down, downloads and downloads. I suppose. Oh, sorry. Not in downloads. Maybe softwares. I've just downloaded this. You can see this MySQL 5.172 Windows 64. Always remember, you need to select your 64-bit or 32-bit according to your operating system. So what you can do, you can just go to this site. I'll click on this site. Okay, here you can go to MySQL installer for Windows, and you can download. You can see this. You can download any of these. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Jinal, getting this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Still now it's okay. This is how you will download the executable file, the exe file. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Once you download this file, that file, you'll it will be seen something like this. You'll find this such kind of a file name. You can see this MySQL. Okay. Once you download this whole file, then once you double click on this file, it will pop up with your first screen, like preparing to install. This is the wizard. Basically, it will help you to step by step go ahead with the installation process. You need to hit the next option. Then here always go for the typical. Here it has mentioned complete, but I will prefer you go for the typical option. Is it okay? You select this, both of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, once that is done, hit the next button. Then he'll ask you where do you want to install this particular software. This is the by default location. Okay, C program files, MySQL Server 5.0, and respective version, what is it is. So I'll say install. Once I install this, the installation process will start. Then once the installation, then he'll prompt you for the next. Next means what? Once MySQL has installed, it will ask for configurations. It'll ask for configurations.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'll hit the next. He'll go for the next again. Okay, look at this. Configure the MySQL server now. Make sure this has to be checked. Huh? This has to be checked. By default, it is will be checked. You just need to check, make sure it is checked, and you hit the finish button. Once you hit the finish button, after few seconds, there will be this wizard coming up, where this wizard tells you to how to configure your SQL server. You need to configure your MySQL server. So hit the next button. Go for your standard configuration. Now you can see this install as a Windows server. You make sure this will be by default selected. This is not selected. So make sure you select this. This means you try to make sure that when your Windows is running, MySQL server service should automatically start. You can even access MySQL from the command line also. So you just make sure you checked on this. Just this will be not checked. You have to check this. This is just saying that if you want to run MySQL from the CMD, the command line, you can also do that. So make sure you add the part of this particular MySQL where it has been installed. अभी जैसे हम लोग पाइथन पाइचार्म से भी यूज कर रहे हैं, पाइथन आई कैन वर्क ऑन CMD also. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, same way here also. MySQL has its own command line, or else you can also have it. You can work on your command prompt, Windows command prompt. So to make that feature available, you make sure you just click on this. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then hit the next button. Now the most important thing, he'll ask you for the password. Like for example, this is MySQL server, right? So if you want to get connected to the server, you need to have authentication. You need to have an password. Look, always remember, whenever you install MySQL, there will be automatically a user called root. There will be automatically a user called root which will be installed, which will be automatically created. You just need to give a password for that particular root account, or you can say the root user. Like Nikit, you have your password for your Windows, right?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, when you want to connect to MySQL server, he'll always ask you for a password, and that password you should remember and make sure the same password you write it here. You need to make sure, because whenever you start the MySQL, he'll always ask you for this password. So you have to always remember this password. You need to mention that password here. When we are installing this two fields would be blank. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And for my installation, the password, the username is root, and the password is also root. Okay, that is the default passwords basically programmers or developers keep. It's up to you. You can give any password of your choice, but I prefer to give the same password name. That is, the name is root, username is root, and the password is also root. Okay, that's easy to remember.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I'll hit the next button, and after next, he'll give prompt of you this wizard, and you just say execute. So it will start executing, or he'll be adding all this configuration to your MySQL server.
Okay.
Getting it? Once
Yeah.
you get
Okay.
this, once you get this result, like once the execution is finished, it simply says your configuration has been done successfully and finish, done. This is what we need to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, this is the first step where you will install your MySQL server. Okay, once this is completed, next step, next step is to check whether your MySQL server is up and running. Okay.
Okay.
So, like for example, I have installed everything. So what once this particular wizard, once this particular box, you hit the finish button, what you do, you go to your Windows search and search for MySQL command line. You can see this MySQL command line here.
Yeah.
I'll click on this. He prompts me he's asking for a password. You can see this. He's asking for a password. This is the password exactly what I mentioned at the time of installation. Remember this? I said root
Yeah. Okay.
and the password is
Yeah.
also the root. So I'll say root. I hit enter. Once you get this, this means your MySQL is up and running. You can now start creating databases, creating tables inside MySQL.
Okay.
So this is your first step. Is it okay, Jinal?
Yes, sir.
I hope Jinal not feeling sleepy.
No.
No, na? Niket, fine, na? You
Yes,
have
sir.
to go through this whole process to configure MySQL on your machine. Okay. Once this is done,
Okay. Hello.
yeah, just a minute. Just a minute. Okay. Once this is done,
Sir,
yeah, sorry. Yeah, tell me, Niket.
you'll share both these links, right?
Yeah, I'll be sharing them.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. So once this is done, okay. Now, right now, once this is done, I'll exit this right now. Okay, I just close the MySQL command line. Now, I come to the major part. Is I come to my PyCharm. For SQL related exercises and training, I've created a new project. You can see there is no earlier project here. I've just created a new project, MySQL Python. You can see this.
Yes.
Okay, I just created a fresh new project. It is simple. What we do now, we just say new project. Okay, nothing
Hmm.
much. Okay, I just created this fresh new project. Now, if if you want to make sure that your Python application gets connected to MySQL server and perform all the operations like inserting data, reading data, deleting data, displaying data. So in that case, there has to be a bridge between Python and MySQL server. Always remember, Python needs to interact with MySQL, right, Nikit? So
Yes.
in that case, there has to be a bridge between both these applications. And that bridge is nothing but MySQL connector. What is it? MySQL connector. Nikit, getting this?
Yes, sir.
This will be a bit difficult to understand. As I told you, there are few
Sir,
concepts.
audio.
Hello.
Yeah.
There are few things would be a bit difficult to understand, but fine. I'll try my best. Okay. So now, I'll show you a diagram here. So it would be very easy for you to understand. Okay. I'll show you an image. Jinal,
Okay.
are you with me? Jinal.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. I'll give you an just a minute. Okay. Rather than this, there was one more image here. Okay, I've. No, this one. This one is better. Okay. I suppose everybody can see this. Okay. think about this is your Python application right now what we'll be creating. Okay. Uh, Everybody, Niket,
Yes, sir.
Jinal, just
Yes,
assume
sir.
this is your Python application, right? And this is your MySQL server, a database. This is MySQL, and inside the MySQL you have a database. Okay, you think of a database, it's like a collection of tables. You can think of a fruits with sorry, a basket with full of fruits. You can think of that like एक ऐसा एक storage है, it's like an empty bucket. So when we create tables in that, it keeps on growing. Okay, so database is that particular thing which holds lot of tables. And what are tables? Nothing but which stores actual data. So here you can see this image basically is nothing but it is telling that you will be connecting to a particular database in MySQL. Okay, so there are few steps you need to remember while connecting to this particular database. Look, first of all, the most important person who will help us to bridge or to define connection between my Python application and MySQL is this person. You can see this MySQL connector, Jinal, Niket.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You need to have this person in your Python project. Unless and until you have this, you cannot interact with MySQL database. Remember this. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to have an interaction with this person, because what happens, Python application will call this person and this person will then take the request forward to the database. So to have this is the most important part. Okay, so how to find out or how to get MySQL connector. Okay, so now I'll be helping you with how to install MySQL connector in PyCharm. Okay.
Okay.
So this is your project right now. You can see this. This is your project. Now the first step is go to the file menu, click on settings. You need to click on settings. In settings, check for this particular tab. You can say project MySQL. You can see this, and inside that you have this project interpreter. You can see this project interpreter. You click on this. Look here, you have to list out all those things which you require for your project. Like for example, I need to perform MySQL related operations, so I require MySQL connector, but this is not listed out here. So your MySQL project will not work. Getting it?
Okay.
Jinal and Niket, you can see
Yeah.
there is nothing MySQL connector written here.
Yes.
Okay. So now what you need to do, you click on this plus sign. You can see this plus sign. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
you saw now this plus sign,
Yes, sir.
Jinal,
Yes, sir.
and search for MySQL hyphen connector. Okay, here you can see this MySQL.
Yeah.
Okay, you say install package. You can see this install package here.
Yes.
You can screen my cursor here. Jinal, Niket.
Yes,
Look,
sir.
look. If you want to perform this practicals now, you have to go ahead with this whole setup. Huh?
Yes.
Then only these practicals what I'll be
Yes, sir.
teaching you that can be executed. So right now this particular package is getting installed. Okay, here we have a message package installed successfully. Okay, fine. I'll close this right now. Here you can see MySQL connector is available for my particular project. Okay. So always
Yeah.
remember every project wherever you are working with MySQL, you make sure you have this MySQL connector.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So this was the last prerequisites what we require before starting with this particular project. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll close this right. Okay. Now I'll create a Python file right now. We'll just verify whether this MySQL connector is working for us or not. Okay. I'll say import MySQL dot. You can see this. You can see the ID helping me with the this, what you can say, the package name.
Yeah.
So this means now you have successfully installed MySQL connector, and now you can establish connection between your MySQL as well as you can perform all the queries. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, fine. So now let's start with our practical. Okay, first thing, Python connecting to MySQL. Okay, fine. What we are performing is to work with MySQL. You require a database. Look, unless and until you have a database, you cannot create a table inside the database. Like unless you have a empty bucket, how can you store water in it, right? Same way. So what we'll be doing, we'll be creating our own database. We'll be creating our own database. So
Yes.
how to create a database? There are two options. You can use it, you can directly give a command from Python program, or else you go to MySQL and write a simple statement, create database and a database name. Clear with this? I'll show you the how to create this database in MySQL. Okay.
Okay.
Now first, we have already installed MySQL client. So what you need to do, you need to go to MySQL client. You can see this MySQL command line. I'll click on this. It's asking for the password. I'll enter the password. Now I am connected to MySQL. Now there are a few commands I would like to share with you. Like you need to check out the list of database already existing in MySQL. So you can write this command, show databases. You can see this. So I suppose Python underscore MySQL is already there. You can see that it's already there. So what I'll do, I'll just drop this. I'll delete this database. Okay, now this database has been deleted. If I go in show databases, here you can find there is no Python underscore MySQL listed out here. You can see that.
Yeah.
Gina, Niket,
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
lost nahi na? Bye.
No.
You're not lost na?
No, sir.
Okay, with me na? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So now how to create this particular database? It's very simple. Create database. Create database Python underscore MySQL. You can name any. You can give any name to your database. Make sure you don't provide spaces. Never start with an integer number. Okay.
Okay.
So okay, fine. So now my database has been created. Now if I go and check, okay, now this database has been created, but right now this database is empty. This database is right now empty. So now our what we need to do, we need to create tables in them, we need to store data into them. Then only we can go ahead with the operations like CRUD, insert, update, and delete. Okay, clear with this so far?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Ah. I'll minimize the MySQL client right now. I'll come to my PyCharm. Okay. Import MySQL.connector. Then just check this out. Okay. Okay. I'll explain this line from MySQL.connector import errors. So by writing this line, I'm telling PyCharm, or you can say the Python interpreter, that if there is any kind of error does MySQL.connector receives while performing operations, please display them. Getting it? Like for example, I told you MySQL client, MySQL connector is basically a bridge between the Python application and the MySQL database. Yes or no? So there can be various there can be various uh, what you can say errors can pop out. Like for example, that while you try to connect your MySQL database from Python, there can be some error like access denied, or maybe username or password failure. So such kind of errors needs to be displayed, okay, or need to be invoked, okay. So in that, so to handle all those exceptions, we need to write this. Always remember, because by default he'll not give you an error. So what I am trying to say, from MySQL.connector, okay, import error means if there are n number of errors already there mentioned in MySQL connector. So it is nothing like, for example, I'll give you an example. Like, just imagine when I request for a connection, and just imagine this connection requires some parameters. Like for example,
Sir,
yeah,
your voice is breaking a lot.
me,
Yes.
sure.
Yes, sir.
Nikit, I am audible.
There is a bit of disturbance.
Totally isolated. Okay, fine. I'll repeat this again.
तो ऑडियो का माइक में हवा जा रहा है ना, तो वो डिस्टरबेंस हो रहा है.
Okay, fine. So just a minute. I'll shift my chair. Just a minute. Now is it fine?
Yeah,
Huh?
let's try.
Yes,
It's
sir.
fine. Yeah, Jinal. Jinal.
Yes, sir. It's
Fine, na?
yeah.
Okay. Now, as I told you, if you want to connect to this particular database which is there inside your MySQL, you need to send a connection request. But when you send a connection request, you need to give some parameters to this MySQL connector. Like you need to tell where is your MySQL, which particular database you want to connect to, and what are the credentials, so that I can assume that this request is an authorized request. So just imagine I told you when I connect to MySQL, there is this default username and password. The username is root and the password is also root, right? So what I'm trying to do when I'm using this Python application, I'm trying to connect to this particular database. MySQL connector will require some parameters like the SQL server name, your database name, the username, and the password. And just think about if you by mistakenly your username and password is incorrect, then he'll throw up an error like access denied, your username or password is incorrect. So such kind of errors are present in this particular package. You can see this.
Okay.
So you need to mention this line. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So next important thing. Okay. Let's what I'll do, I'll just create a simple function here. This is the first program, and always remember there are 6 simple steps. Once you remember these 6 simple steps, you can easily connect to MySQL database and perform any operation from Python into MySQL. So today I am only just uh, going ahead with this particular example. Okay, and I want you all to make sure you configure your machines till tomorrow, so that we can go ahead with the advanced practical sessions.
Okay.
Okay, so today I'll
Okay.
just focus on this particular example where I'll go in depth what is written here, why it is, and how it's actually working. Okay, so
Yeah.
fine, I'll just copy this and I'll just help you with the explanation. Okay, now I suppose Jinal and Nikit, you know this particular keyword, right? Def
Yes.
is for defining a function.
Yeah.
Jinal,
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
okay. The connect, you can see this connect. This is a pre, or you can, sorry, it's not a pre, it's a user defined, means I have created a function named as connect. You can name it anything. I've just make sure थोड़ा relevant रखने के लिए मैंने एक function बनाया, क्या नाम से, connect नाम से. ठीक है, this
Okay.
is my function. I have named it. This is not something which is present in Python. Okay, this is as a programmer I have created this function, and in that what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to write a code to connect to MySQL database. You can see this. I'm trying to write a code
Yes, sir.
to connect to my SQL database. Now, I suppose we know, we have seen this try catch. Remember exception handling. Naked, Jinal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. So you can see this try. Now, remember this. What is this con? This is nothing but a simple variable con. You can name it anything. Huh? It's a, I've just mentioned is con means nothing but connection. Okay, you can name it anything. Con is equal to mysql.connector.connect. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to tell mysql.connector.connect function. Look, mysql.connector is a package which has a function called connect. This function takes some parameters so that this particular connector can create a bridge between the Python application and your SQL server. You need to have a connection, right? look at this image.
Okay.
This Python using this connect method, what I'm trying to pass, I'm trying to pass a connection request to this particular database, that please by like for example, I'm using this function, setting up some parameters, and that request goes to this particular MySQL server connection request. If the connection request parameters are valid, then only you can connect to this particular database. Is it okay? Look at this
Okay.
example. Look at this now. Oh, sorry. Okay. Look at this. Host is equal to localhost. When I say what is host, host is nothing but you trying to tell your MySQL client where it is basically installed. Right now, in the start of the session, I told you you need to install MySQL client. Remember the steps what we saw?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So right now you installed it on your machine. You installed it on your machine. So if you install it on your machine, you need to say localhost. You need to say localhost, means you are telling the MySQL connector that there is a MySQL server, MySQL client installed on my machine. So please go to that particular MySQL server client, check for a database inside it, that is Python underscore MySQL, and try to give a connection having authorization in terms of username, root, and password. Here it has to be, for in my case, it has to be root. Means I'm telling my SQL connector to connect to this particular database, that is Python underscore MySQL, because these parameters are mandatory. If you don't mention these parameters, how can a MySQL connector recognize where is your SQL server? So with this connect function, it requires some parameters: host, database, user, password. Is it okay? Jinal, getting it?
Yes, I'm getting it.
So host is nothing but you're telling on which particular computer your MySQL server is installed.
Yes, sir.
Right now it is on my machine. So for my machine, I name it as localhost, or even you can mention 127.0.0.1. That's the IP address. It's your local machine. So you can name it as 127.0.0.1, or else you can just simply write localhost.
Okay.
Localhost matlab
Okay.
my machine. Okay. So once he gets
Yes, sir.
connected, so by the connection, look at this. You mention all the parameters. Now, if connection dot is connected means what? Once the interpreter runs this whole command, look at here, look at this diagram, connection request. If everything is right, like username is right, password is right, database exists, so it will get connected. You can see that's the third step.
Yes.
So you tell the MySQL, so the MySQL tells to the MySQL connector that request was accepted successfully, and now the Python application is connected with MySQL. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if this is okay, means this is a is underscore connected is nothing but a special function which gives you a boolean value, which returns a boolean, that is true or false. So it says if this connection was successful, this will return true, and if this is returned true, then it will print connected to MySQL database. It will show me connected to MySQL database in my console. Okay. And if there is some kind of an error here, if there is some kind of an error, who will handle this? The except block. You remember this except block? Nikhil, Jinal?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So here it will just print you the error message was popped out. Like for example, database does not exist, or purposefully what I'll do, I'll give a wrong password. So whenever there is an error in mysql.connector, this error, you can see this error, this will handle all those errors and print me that error. And then the most important thing, there is error. If there is exception, it will catch the exception and close the connection. Means what will happen, this connection, the connection will be disconnected. We want that your Python application should safely get disconnected from your database, because what happens if it does not get connected safely, there can be a chance that your database can get corrupt, your data can be lost. Is it okay?
Yeah.
So in that case, with this finally block, we are telling con.close. Con.close means please close the connection what I opened here safely. Is it okay?
Okay.
And the last and the most important thing, this is what you have been seeing for the first time in Python. This is nothing but, this is your main function. Like you have gone through C or C++ kabhi dekha hai? Every application have a main function. It is nothing but the starting point. You can see an executor here. You can see this white green symbol here. So it says that this Python program will always, the interpreter will always find for this main method, and whatever is written inside this, you'll start executing. Like for example,
Okay.
when I'll run this particular program, the interpreter will directly jump to this particular line, and he'll go inside this and he'll call this function. This is nothing but calling, sorry, this is hash, calling your connect function. So once you call this function, it will directly jump here and perform all these operations. Okay, this is nothing but you're calling a function. You're calling your own function, but you have
Okay.
called this in the main method. You need to call this from the main method. Okay, so you have to write this, and this is the prefix, but this is a standard syntax. You have to write this. You can see there are n number of underscores. There are 2 underscores at the start, then the name, then 2 underscores at the end, double equal to, then single quote, 2 underscores at the start, 2 underscores at the end, and then close. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, Jinal, I try to run this now. You can see this.
Okay.
You can click on this and say run. Look here, what it says. You can see this. This is the message what he is giving, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Jinal.
Yes, sir.
So this means what? This connection was done successfully.
Success. Yeah.
Is connected, returned me through. That's why he printed what? Connected to MySQL database.
Yes.
Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Now if I purposely go and I put a wrong user password, okay, and now what I'll do, I'll try to run this program again. Okay, you can see this, access denied. You can see this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so clear with this whole step.
Yeah.
So today what you need to do, you need to install MySQL client, then you create a new project in PyCharm, then go to files, settings, settings में you need to make sure you install MySQL connector and then perform this. Okay, as well as you need to also create the database also. What I'll do, I'll share these queries also. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
or else best option is you can just download this video. That would be really helpful.
Okay.
Nikit and
Okay, sir.
Jinal, I hope
Yeah.
earlier videos have been downloaded.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nikit,
we have missed a few videos, but recently we have downloaded.
Yeah.
okay. So what I'll do, I'll share this link of this video also.
So then we can record the class next time also, if that's okay.
Means I didn't get you. Record means.
Yeah, when the session is on, I saw an option of us recording with your permission. So we won't have to go to the cloud and download it. We can just download it as soon as we finish recording it.
Okay, okay, fine. You can go ahead. You just ask me for the. I'll give you yes for that. Okay.
Okay, no problem. We'll do it from tomorrow.
Okay, we'll do that. Is it clear for today's session? I suppose there are few things you need to do. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. We'll download
Uh,
it.
okay.
And
Fine. Anything
and
else?
sir, yeah, can you for the earlier lectures, can you give more exercises so we can practice?
I gave you till lecture 5, na? I'll be sending you more today. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Hello.
So till exercise 5,
Okay.
so can you send the if and else wala exercise, some more exercises?
Okay.
Like
That
where we have to create our
just
own
give me
programs as well.
today's day. I'll prepare some exercises and then I'll send you. Because
Yeah.
right now I don't have right now, because actually problem is that na, this is not my office PC. Na? So everything is there inside that PC. So
Oh,
I
okay,
need to
okay.
just
Okay.
recollect everything now. Okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll stop the session today.
And sir,
I hope you understood.
sir, one more thing.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me, Nikhil.
Sir, for if function
Yeah.
and for the for in range wala thing.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay, okay.
And also share the both website for the installer and the connector.
Uh, Connector for installer, that installing MySQL, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Just these steps, right?
Those steps and from which website should we download?
Okay, I'll give you
आपने जो
both the things.
वेबसाइट से किया ना वो एक शेयर कर दीजिए ना व्हाट्सएप पे भी कर देंगे तो भी चलेगा.
The same link is there on this particular site. You can see this.
No, you have stopped your screen.
What you can do now, you can just click on this. You go to
नहीं आपका स्क्रीन
downloads.
शेयर नहीं हो रहा है सर आपको क्या कर रहे हो वो नहीं दिख रहा है आपका.
Push. Just a minute. Okay. Uh, you can see this now. I've shown you this installation steps. You need to first download MySQL for Windows. You can see
ओके
this.
फॉर. हाँ.
You click on this, you will redirect to this site. You go
हाँ
to
इसमें.
MySQL installer for Windows. You can see this.
ओके.
You click on this and just
एंड.
download these files.
ओके द बिगर फाइल.
Yeah, bigger one.
ओके ओके कूल. दिस इज 32 bit.
This is 32-bit.
Both are 32.
Mm. You have a 64-bit machine, na?
Yes sir.
The 32 will run. 32 will run in that.
Okay
The
but we installed.
64 bit software cannot install in 32-bit, but 32-bit can install in 64-bit.
But we have to install 32 or 64.
You can do any of it, not a problem. You can do any of that. If you want now, just a minute. I'll help you with that. You have the archive here. Okay, 32-bit. Okay, just a minute. I'll help you with. It is giving me the same thing. I have the 32-bit version only.
Hello.
They have the same. They're prompting me to the same. Just a
No,
minute.
if I am googling MySQL 64-bit, it is coming. But should I download the 64-bit or the 34-bit, 32-bit?
You can, if you are installing 64-bit also MySQL, not a problem.
नहीं,
Not a
क्योंकि
problem.
यहाँ
But
पे वो zip archive में है और आप कर रहे हो वो MSI इंस्टॉलर है.
no, you have to select the MSI installer. Don't go for the zip one.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
So here is simply you go to this particular download MySQL installer and just go and download this file.
Okay, so the 32-bit file, the bigger one.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then you go ahead with these steps.
yes, sir.
You can see this. What I'll do now, I'll share this on the chat. You can just copy it.
Yeah, I have that link.
You have that link, no?
Yeah, yeah.
Just share this so that you can copy it from right now from here. Jinal, if you
Yes,
want,
sir.
you can copy this.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.